I don't know what that face was. Hey, good morning. It's 7:10. Brock Hunter.
Morning. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Oh, hot coffee in the morning. Feeling good.
Hey, you know what?
Huh? What?
Your sister's upstairs sleeping. She might join us on the stream at some point here. So might pop in. She was talking about it last night, but
She could come down?
maybe. I haven't heard her yet. I don't want to wake her up, but I will. If at some point it's gonna happen.
Yeah. You could have her pop on. She's never been on the stream yet.
We've had live. She's always on comments.
She's always on comments, but because we've seen quite a few members of your family. We've seen Tito, we've seen Taz. Your lovely wife has been on.
Yep.
Anyone else? But Ben's been on. We've had a lot of people pop in when they're on over there. I think hasn't Smith been on? Didn't he pop over one time? I think so.
Might have. Yeah.
A lot of people.
Hey, you know what? So Ben, speaking of Ben, later on, I'm going to tell you a story about what happened yesterday. But I was
going to say, I'm glad you brought that up because I don't want to forget. I know what you're talking about. So don't let me forget. If you let me forget later on. Yeah, he did text me.
Unbelievable.
So we don't need to do it now. We'll just tell everyone later on. And I'm glad you brought it because I probably would have forgot otherwise. So anyway, that's coming up later on. But what were you saying about Ben?
So he what happened yesterday in golf? He was riding in the cart with my sister. I think that had something to do with it as well.
Oh, you got in your head?
We'll talk more about it later. I don't want to get into it now.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited. I'm glad because otherwise I would have forgot. So anyway. Well, hey, don't forget, folks, we are streaming. Find us on all your favorite channels. More importantly, head over to the Plan B Show YouTube page. Subscribe to that for web-exclusive content. And yeah, we're going to get right to it. It's time for your morning dump. Here we go. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777. Or you can visit pumpthatseptic.com. I don't know why I said it. Say it all weird like that, man. Anyway, pumpthatseptic.com. They'll get you taken care of. Why don't we kick it off with this? This is interesting. And, the world we live in nowadays, AI is a major topic of conversation. Well, according to a new survey, 65% of educators think artificial intelligence can save them time on mundane tasks in the classroom. 63% of educators also believe AI can help them create more personalized material for students. Now, there's a bit of a battle going on because, of course, students have quickly figured out that they can use AI to do their homework for them.
All of it now.
All of it. And many schools have banned the technology. So we'll have to see how this all shakes out. But
so they are making like AI programs to figure out if you're using AI to do this other thing. You know what I'm saying? So they're making like counter programs to make sure that like not everything is done by AI. Like you still have to learn something nowadays.
For sure. And I mean, I still think at this point in time, I don't know, because I've used AI to write emails. Yeah. I've used AI to put together like professional, because if I just write it, it sounds dumb.
Have you ever written or no? Have you ever had AI write you an email and then you went in there and kind of dumbed it up a little bit because you're like, there's no way they're going to believe I wrote this.
Of course I have, Hunter. I don't use things like to whom it betroths.
When did he use that word? And ever.
Yeah. If there's ever like 4-syllable, 5-syllable words in there, I definitely take those out. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool how that works out. I mean, we've used it for things here on the show, but also too, like in that same thing, some of these students need to realize, like, if you're a C student and you write an A+ paper, they're going to know. That was no different than back in our day.
Back in the day when somebody else wrote it for you. They're like, hang on a second. This is
some nerdy kid write your history paper.
Or if mom or dad does your project or whatever. Yeah. That is way too good for a third grader. Like,
exactly. So I'm sure we'll see that now. But also, AI is so intricate and advanced that I mean, you got to
think about it on the teacher's end of it. So grading a stack of papers that took you like 3 hours, after a big test, boom. I mean, we're talking seconds.
Yeah, which I do like. I mean, and if it can help make a more creative, engaging learning experience. I think that's really cool. So obviously we're in the learning stages.
Is
We're
there
in
a
the
line in the sand though, to where it's like, dude, you can't just let it do everything for you, or can you?
Well, at this, here's what I look at as far as teachers barely get paid enough to do what they do. Not to mention they're underfunded. I mean, they
Deal with how many kids a day?
Kids. So if there's a
together in one spot.
technology, we're losing teachers. So in my mind, I mean, I guess if it keeps kids educated or helps, but you're right. I think there is a point though that we need to watch with anything.
It's like you don't have to know the subject anymore. It's like who's the best at using AI?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like who's the best prompter? Because obviously we're not thinking of for ourselves anymore. We're not doing the research. We're just typing it into a program. 4 pages later in 5 seconds, there it is.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I'm trying to think like because I got that Chat GPT here. I'm trying to think of something I could prompt it to write. Here, write me a math problem with watermelons and apples. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. I mean, right away. Sure, here's a math problem involving watermelons and apples. If you have 3 watermelons and 5 apples, and you give away 2 watermelons and 3 apples to your friend, how many fruits do you have left?
5, right?
So you gave away 2, and you gave away 3. You're wrong. So you have 3 watermelons, 5 apples. You give away 2 watermelons and 3 apples. How many fruits
4.
do you have left? No, you're still wrong. If you have 3 watermelons.
This is stupid. Okay, 1 watermelon left. All right. And then you have how many apples?
You have 2 apples left.
So 3.
Attaboy. There you go.
3 apples. All right.
You got it on your 3 try. Attaboy.
Shut up. It's a dumb question. I wasn't listening to you. I didn't know I was going to have to answer this stupid ass question. Shut up.
It was very.
You know what it sounded like? It was like the end of answers would be like, "Well, watermelon aren't fruit." So it's like
right.
questions.
Trick question.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what you were thinking. I don't think you were thinking. That's what I think.
Hey, yeah, relax, Mr. Michael Phelps. All right. It's not as bad as.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Completely separate. That's more on the science side. It's on the science side. Lingerie. You want to do it? You want to do that today?
I'll pull it. Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
It's spelled that way. Don't blame me.
Anyway, AI obviously writing tricky questions for us here on the show. Moving on to other homework news or school news. From that one, I thought this was interesting. Poland has just banned homework. Teachers are no longer allowed to assign it to kids below the 3rd grade. And until high school, homework can no longer count toward a kid's final grade. Some parents aren't crazy about it, but the government says it's time they move away from remote learning and focus more on critical thinking in class. I agree with this 110%. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to get it done while we're in school.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. And I was going to take the opposite direction on this because it just pisses me off because I had to do it. That's all I think about.
That's
like, are you serious? But that's not the right way to think. Because I did it doesn't mean you should have to do it. Like, things evolve, things get better, in time.
You know how many hours my mother had to waste doing my homework? This isn't fair. This isn't fair.
Seriously, though.
Yeah, no, but you think about the amount of time we spent growing up. But you to your point, that's right. We can't.
Dude, that was beyond sports, too. So after school, it's like 3 hours of sports. So you get home at 6, and then there's an hour and a half of homework or whatever homework you had.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to bed, get up for school the next day. Then you get more. Yeah. And you got to go back to the practice and sports. And you got to do more home. It's a continuous cycle growing up to where I'm like, I cannot wait to get out of here. Like
that's what I think added to my less than exuberant nature while going to school because I was burnt out from doing homework all night. Then I'd spend 8 hours at school, however long it was at school, then after school activities just to go home and repeat the cycle. It burned us out. And I don't see any necessary need for work after school.
No, you were there. You were doing it while you were there. Yeah. You're absolutely right. It should have been like that from the beginning. That's why I'm angry at you guys. That's wild. So give me straight here. You just did 2 stories, all right? So the kids have full-blown AI now thinking for them.
Yep.
And no homework anymore. I'll go back to school.
I know. I could probably actually finish college.
Can I redo my GPA? Can I redo that?
Actually, technically, I don't think you graduated, right? I don't think
you're going to read. No, I graduated for sure. But no, that's no joke.
I mean, I was
get a redo.
Yeah.
I didn't have a great GPA. I didn't have a terrible. I was right there in the middle. I was like a B, C student.
I was a C student in high school, and I was a student in college. And I think that's the big difference because I focused more on what I wanted to do. Yeah. All right, Mr. Apples and watermelons there. College, but see, I got to do what I wanted to do, though. I wasn't like, I got to go to this class and then I got to go to this class. You know what I mean? When you get to focus on it, and maybe that's what this will open up then, a chance for us for the younger kids, the next generation, to maybe find more passions or focus on an interest.
Instead of sitting there having to do that algebra homework for hours that you don't understand.
I didn't get that, had to, right, exactly. I mean, hours at the kitchen.
Wait, Mom, you don't get it either? Damn it.
Yeah. What are we supposed to do?
What do we do now?
Yeah. Go to the back
Timmy,
of the book.
I can meet up with Timmy before the class. And I'll just
you go to the back of the book. That's what you do. And you go to the answer key and you just come out that way. Show your work. I'm not showing my work.
We're going to reverse engineer this math problem.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was interesting, man. I really did, and I'm for it 110%, because I think I lost more knowledge by just kind of getting through it at my homework. Just like, I'm just going to do it to get it done. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if I, at the allotted time with a teacher who knew it, I probably would have understood it better if it just would have been more focused. Like, hey, I don't get this. You know what I mean? So interesting.
I don't know. I'd like to take another shot at it, though.
I still think you'd probably end up the same spot. I'm just saying. Yeah. Just saying. He did worse
with AI, though. Come on.
I don't know. He did worse. It's how did that happen?
You could take a picture of the math problem now, and it just shows you. Boom.
It's amazing that your grades went down. It's unbelievable how that happened.
You get D's.
He got dumber with technology. It's unbelievable. Lastly, let's end with this. Enough education, because clearly it's not our strong suit. There are 2 schools of thought on reclining seats on airplanes. You either think they're one of the few options for comfort available, or you think they're way more trouble than a few inches of recline are worth. An article has airline experts saying that reclining seats on airplanes is in the process of being phased out for good for economy class, at least. There are multiple reasons, but the main ones are seats that don't recline are lighter, which keeps fuel costs down, and they don't need mechanical parts, which means less maintenance. I'm possibly. Reclining seats also spark a lot of issues with passengers and flight attendants, including spilled drinks and damaged electronics. Also, people leaning back in your space. I see now this I don't like. Flying is already awful enough. At least give us a little bit of kickback in that seat.
I don't know any different. I've only flown like airlines that are, cheap. They get you there cheap. So I've never had the luxury of even having a reclining seat. My buddy flew with one airline the other day, and he had like a bed.
Yeah.
Took a nap. I'm like, wait, all the way? He's like, yeah, full bed. It's like, what airline are you flying? And what are you doing?
Because here's the thing, Hunter. I don't think we'll see it on our end. Like you said, cheaper tickets. I don't think that's going to happen. What it's going to do is they're going to cram more of us in there, and they're going to keep the price the same. And we're going to get screwed. And now we're going to be more uncomfortable on our flights, having to sleep upright with that neck pillow like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Have you seen this atrocity of the double-decker seats now?
Oh, yeah. What is that?
So they have this proposed thing where there's 2 levels in an airplane, and so one level is up on top like this, and so if you can imagine, a person's ass is in your face.
Okay, so like bunk beds almost, but with the plane seats.
But with the seats. So if you imagine, like, here's one seat, and then the other seat's down here, kind of like that. So you just now have someone's ass in your face, and you're stacked up on top of each other. I think we need to go back to the good old days, like flying in the 50s, all right, where the stewardesses were all female and they were hot, and you could smoke on airplanes, and they basically just had lazy boys that were down in there. All right?
No, I've seen planes with like lawn chairs in it from back in the day. Like, what?
Yeah,
that's what you use.
It needs to be like back in the day, all right?
I mean, come on, let's just do the lawn chairs. If you're crashing in the plane, is that metal seat really going to do you any good? We're talking about the airline plane. You're a ball of fire. I mean, what's the seat matter at that point?
It's not a safety thing at this point. They don't care about our safety at this, because you're right. What are they going to do other than completely change a crashing airplane and the effects that a crashing airplane has? All right, no, they're just going to keep skimming us and overcharging us, making us even more uncomfortable.
You don't get the meals anymore. You don't get the luxury like you used to, like you were saying with the smoking and the I still think people go in the bathroom and smoke though.
Back in the day, you'd get a 4-course meal. You could call the flight attendant toots while smoking a cigarette. All right, all right. Bring on whatever size bag you wanted.
The person I was with, and I'll admit it too, we were hitting the vape on the plane, the e-cigarette, I should say.
Yeah.
And the person that was doing it next to me got caught by the stewardess. And we were like, mid-flight, and she's like, hey, like, it's cool. It's fine. But if I catch you again, like, you're done. I'm going to have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And so she went away, and I looked at her next to me. I'm like, so what, is she going to kick you out at your destination?
True.
They're not going to boot you out of the plane in the air, right?
What it is you got the air marshal down there, and you'll probably be barred from flights, if not spend a little bit of time in airplane jail. That's what it'll be. That's what it'll be. Yeah. And also, okay, you know what I'm going to say? Maybe you'll be upset. If you can't make a 4-hour flight without a cigarette, you take a look at yourself, all right? If you got
I can see what you're saying.
All right. If you could, if you can't go the 4-hour flight from here to Las Vegas without maybe take a break from smoking for a little bit. Maybe, just maybe.
But what if you can get away with it?
It's a 4-hour flight. Where are you at?
It's different. Like, it's all in the air. You can smell it.
I love getting to an airport and you just see that line of people outside. It's not as bad as it used to be, but that line of people just sucking on cigarettes like they're about ready to be executed, and it's their last cigarette ever. You're on a 4-hour flight. All right, relax a little bit.
Remember when we went and did that radiothon thing in South Bend, and the room next door was a smoking quit smoking convention or whatever, like the hypnotists were in there.
Yeah.
And they had a halftime or whatever, intermission, I guess. And everybody from that went outside to go smoke.
Every single person.
That must not be working that well. It's
what it was. They did the first part and they said, all right, so everyone, we're going to take a quick recess. When we come back, we're going to hypnotize you. You're never going to smoke again. I need to get this last bit. I love it so much. Anyway. All right. So what do we got? We got no more homework, or at least AI's doing it. And flying sucks. It's getting worse. Anyway, that's your morning dump. We'll be back. All right.
Ben. We got Ben already talking trash. We're going to touch on it later, Ben. But for now,
Ben, don't worry.
But for now,
you reminded me and I made a note of it. So
damn ball golf. I got sports coming up. I should just rip on disc golf.
How you going to rip on it?
Shut up. God.
Big deals. All right. Big deals. Oh, sorry. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Eric. Lou said Hunter gets an F on that math problem. Yes. Morning, Amanda. Let's see. The shade seats take away the complimentary peanuts. I don't even know if you get complimentary peanuts anymore. I haven't the last time I've flown.
No, they just took the comp part out.
All righty. Good morning. 7:30. It's Brock. It's Hunter.
So David, you can still get peanuts. It's just $9.
Yeah, it's not complimentary. That's what he was saying. Yeah, it's no longer do you get the free pretzels or peanuts.
Is anything complimentary? How do you say complimentary?
Complimentary.
Complimentary. Is anything complimentary?
I honestly, I used to remember like getting you get like one soda, like you get a soda or a
not
juice
anymore.
or something.
Maybe on the flight you took to Ireland.
That flight was awesome. That if every flight was like that, free in-flight movies, and I mean we had a great meal and everything, nice big comfy seats. But again, that was an international flight, so I get
that for more than 5 hours.
Yeah. But anyway, so it sucks. Spirit Airlines are just going to be standing. All right, they're going to strap us in. And you're going to hold on like
our effing plane caught on fire, and you know what they did? They said sorry. Like, you got there. You're not dead. Get
That's
on your
true.
way.
To be fair, that is a valid argument. Like, hey, look, we're doing something man should not be doing. Just be happy we landed. All right. But we made it. All right. We defied all laws of physics and gravity. All right. How about just be happy we got here?
That's their side of the story. You're right. It did catch on fire. Everybody freaked out.
Yep.
And almost had heart attacks. But did you die?
Did you die? Not to mention,
but
you're asking a lot. We were just 30,000 feet in the air. Sorry that it wasn't perfect. All right. Did you get us up there? No. Now get off the plane.
Come again.
Anyway.
No.
All right. Hey, we got to keep things moving. It's time for sports. As always, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, Towel, Cool, Budweiser's, other delicious drinks. So, if you're playing Catches on Fire, at least you got a tasty drink there to calm your nerves, all right?
Yeah, right.
Get stocked up, drink wiser with Bud Distributing, Bud.
All right, here we go, man. Let's just do some retirement talk because there's some retirement talk in the sports world right now. So we're just going to go name by name. We're going to start with Blake Griffin. Yesterday, Blake Griffin, who spent 13 seasons in the NBA and was famous for being one of the best dunkers of the basketball of his generation, which is no joke, announced his retirement as a player. He's done. I'm out.
Really?
Can't run up and down that court anymore, man. I don't blame it. Even when I was in like perfect shape, like 17 years old, working out almost every single day, young, energetic. I still was like, after some basketball games, I'm like, dude, I'm done. Like this is hard. Not to even mention like wrestling and some other sports. I'm like, you're going to kill some people here, man. I don't know. Running up and down the court does tire you out. And it does a thing to your knees, especially if you're like 6'10".
How old was he again?
I couldn't tell you, but probably, I'm guessing 36. Blake Griffin. Look it up. 36, I'm guessing.
Sure, sports guy. I'll look it up.
34.
35. I mean, yeah, he's up there.
Pretty close.
Any major achievements for him? Has he ever gotten a ring or anything? I don't think so.
Did he? I don't think. Not that I can recall, but Blake Griffin has done some things, man. It's pretty wild. Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, just imagine playing a basketball, like a pickup game right now. Like most of us would walk away from that, and like the entire next week, we'd be like, oh, dude.
So he said is he done now or?
Probably after this season when this gets wrapped up. We're in the NBA playoffs right now. They're doing the play-in games right now. So.
Yeah. Huh.
Retires right before the playoffs. I'm done.
Out of here, man.
All right, next retiree, Kelly Slater. Earlier this week, surfing legend Kelly Slater was eliminated from a competition in Australia and lost his place on the World Tour. At 52 years old and with 11 world championships to his name, Slater admitted, feels like the end. This is it. It doesn't feel good. While he hasn't officially retired, it does look like we've seen the last of Slater as a pro.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw Tiger Woods in the mix there too. There's been some rumblings, Brock, that like he's like, I'm done.
See, I've seen some things where he's like, I'm gonna keep going for it. After the Masters, he was like, he finished, he got through, and I've saw some things where it's like, I'm gonna keep pushing, I'm gonna keep working hard. But again,
a lot of people saying, he finished dead last. He's not the same, and he's not the same as he was. Come on, who is?
Yeah, no one is. Yeah.
And by the way, he didn't finish dead last. He made the cut. So really, he was 60 out of 90. So.
Oh, that's it.
You're wrong by posting that.
That's why everyone who says anything should just keep their mouth shut. Like, he finished it. Yeah, of the Masters, of the greatest golfers
in the world.
Oh, you only finished 60. Well, Gary, what did you shoot this weekend? Wow.
Well,
yeah.
I lost my 4 nitros that I had in my bag.
Oh, yeah. Shut up, Gary. Yeah. All right.
Kelly Slater. We're gonna miss you, man.
Related to AC Slater, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. AC. All right, last one. Patrick Mahomes. What? No, don't worry. Don't worry. Patrick Mahomes is not retiring right now. But in an interview with Time Magazine, Mahomes was asked about retirement and said he'll know when it's time to hang up his cleats. He admitted that he would like to play as long as Tom Brady, as Tom did, but also said that his playing future would depend on his family. Now, I would love to play that long, he says, but at the same time, I don't want to be. I want to be there for my daughter and my family and blah blah blah. And I think most people would, but he's still young. How many more years? We have
28. He's 28 this year, I think.
He had 10 more years of Patrick Mahomes.
He really could. With the way it's the way the game has changed. He for sure could do 10 more years. He could go.
Unless some injury happens. But hey, unless you tweak your ankle some way or somehow, but nobody's catching him. It's not like he's getting smoked every play.
Mm-hmm.
And the league is protecting QBs now. We're going to see Mahomes for 10 more years at least.
But if again, no injuries for sure, no career-ending injuries or no lingering ones. So no.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So anyway, this are your retirees that are. It's sad to see go. You want another story, which I do have.
Yeah. We got time.
Boxing, Mike Tyson. All right, ready? Says he's given up marijuana while training for his fight with Jake Paul. That's what he said.
He's taking this seriously. He's taking it serious.
Taking it for real. That's going to happen in Texas, July 20th. Even though Tyson is a fan of the weed, I think, which we all know, owns a weed business, he's laying off the lettuce because the stuff is on the list of banned substances used by the Texas department that regulates combat sports. Tyson says he's vowing to follow the rules and hopefully pass a drug test if he's faced with one before the bout. Which, do you take a drug test if it's an exhibition?
You probably. I mean, even with exhibition, you still have two people going into a ring to punch each other in the face and body. So there's probably even an exhibition match. I'm sure there's rules and regulations you need to follow through that.
That last line confuses me, though. It says, and hopefully pass a drug test if he's faced with one before the bout. So that tells me that there has been bouts that you didn't have to take a drug test.
Maybe they do randomized testing to keep people honest. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you know you have to.
You're definitely not going to do it because you're not going to do it. You're not going to make you millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But hear me out. If an exhibition doesn't necessarily require a drug test, can we have our steroid, two dudes just pumped up on roids? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if I was doing an exhibition and knew I wasn't going to take a drug test, I'm definitely taking steroids, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's our answer to our, Let's put roids in sports. See the best of the best of the best.
Yeah, just see everyone, breaking records and killing people. Yeah.
But they probably don't want Mike Tyson on steroids. Like Mike Tyson himself is enough.
You think Cocaine Bear is dangerous? Mike Tyson on steroids is the deadliest apex predator right there.
What was the Hawk's name before he became the Hawk?
I can't remember.
Bruce Banner, right? Bruce Banner.
Oh, yeah.
So Mike Tyson's like a dangerous Bruce Banner, and steroids would just turn him into the Hawk.
No, he's like the Hulk. And give the Hulk steroids. That's what it is.
Exactly. There you go.
Give the Hulk the Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity Glove with all the stones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're dead. You're dead.
Yeah, that'd be a scary fight. Anyway, July 20th. It's still happening.
Yeah.
They're pretty quiet about it. I'm not sure if there's been some sparring going on or what's going on, but I just can't wait. And I hope Paul gets his head knocked off, right?
Yeah.
Is that what everybody wants?
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. When you win and that head goes, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
This is neck so long. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Predictions, and since we're talking about it.
I think Tyson's going to win. I think he has to. I think he has to
too.
Yeah. Yep.
If Jake Paul wins, nobody's going to be like, good job.
Yeah. You beat a 60-year-old man. Good job.
Like there's no good ending for Jake Paul. So you might as well just get knocked out, right?
No, there is a good ending. If he goes the distance and
there's no winner
fight, and there's no it's by decision, and decision goes to Mike Tyson.
There is no decision though.
So it has to either be knockout. Okay, so then if there's no winner, then, but if by decision, if you were to say it that way, if he goes the distance and puts up a good fight, I think so.
Which would be a tie unless somebody gets knocked out. Those are the rules of this fight. Like there's no winner unless a knockout. Again,
I don't care that this is an exhibition fight. What I do care though is if it's going to come in and they're going to be like, they're not going to be really going at it,
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about the exhibition.
Waste our time. Don't waste our time to because you're going to waste everyone's time and make millions of dollars doing
it. We're not here for a slap fight. Let's go.
That doesn't benefit me. That benefits only you and all the people that are putting on the fight, which is trash. All right.
I still think we should do a GoFundMe, and I think America hop on this is we're gonna make Mike Tyson a purse. Like I'll throw in a couple bucks, times that by how many people that want this to happen. That hey, if Tyson, if you knock him out, you get this, this purse, an extra incentive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think everybody would donate to that.
Look, if you kill him, we'll give you this money.
Like it's an extra $20 million, Mike. Like, even if you talked with Jake before the fight, like, hey, we're just gonna, it's gonna spa a little bit. We're not gonna. Like, no, here's 20 mil. If you knock his head off, you get this from us.
Look, if you murder this,
good idea.
I want you to, how you bit Holyfield's ear? I want you to bite his whole head off his body. All right. I want you to Ozzy Jake Paul's head. All right.
But it almost kind of guarantees that there's no BS behind the scenes, right?
I know it's so tough. I think there is. I think we're all being duped. Even reading the story, like that's great that Mike Tyson is doing this, and you'd hope he's taking it serious. But again, there's not a title on the line. It's not like Mike Tyson in it's
like he's going to continue to fight.
Yeah. There's not another fight after this. He's not defending a championship, a heavyweight championship. It's just two guys. One guy who's a former YouTube star. I should just say not former. He's a YouTube star. That's all about publicity, says and does crazy things to get people talking.
That actually kind of put up a fight in some fights. So, I mean, you got to give him that a little bit, but enough so to be able to fight Mike Tyson.
There's his one knockout, dude. His one knockout looks like it's fake. I don't want, I'm trying not to be that guy, that armchair quarterback, sitting here like, there's that one knockout he has. It looks like it's from a movie.
Where he like drops his fist and everybody thought that was like a signal, like here it comes.
And it was there was which one I'm talking about. I think it looks like it's like from a movie. It looks scripted. It's like, was the other guy not even like paying attention? I don't know.
Yeah. Like what a knockout from Roadhouse. If you've seen Roadhouse.
Yeah.
That's not real. Anyway, hey,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But he's not smoking weed right now. Just a FYI, though. So anyone around Mike Tyson probably got a hair.
He said makes him very uneasy.
No, I'm
very
sure.
uneasy. Mike Tyson is not fun to be around. Probably
that is dynamite with a short fuse. All right.
Yeah. So, anyway, there you go. Those are my 2 stories. Do you have another one? Or should we...
It's 7:45. I got some stuff for tomorrow, so we'll save that for then. Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back. Good morning, John.
You're right back. What's the topic, real quick?
Sorry. What is the topic? I forgot what it was. Hold on.
It was the one where he did a variation on it.
Oh, what's a complete waste of time? That's it.
All right.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening. John said if rumors are true and Jake Paul was talking about his daughter that passed away, Mike does. Oh, damn. Yeah, I just don't get why anyone would talk trash. It's like that one guy on the plane who was messing with Tyson and then got punched in the face.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Tyson?
Yeah.
Jesus.
See, I'm serious, dude. That would be a smart idea. And I think that would actually, people would donate to that. Like, this is a purse that if Mike Tyson knocks him out, if he doesn't knock him out, everybody gets their money back.
Yeah.
Not like Jake Paul's going to get any of this money. No, this is specifically for Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
If you knock him out, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give him that incentive. Yeah. So you go for that.
I don't know. Is that technically, I don't know. Is that like a murder for hire? Would that be?
I don't think so. No, because it's a sport, like.
We're not saying we want you to kill him, but if it happens.
Let's take it into a different sport. We'll say, like, what if the fans put together a GoFundMe and say, hey, Aaron Rodgers, if you win this game, we're going to give you, like, you can do that, right?
But see, then you get into like that's like fixing. I guess only if they win.
That's exactly what it has to be, though. Yeah, like you can't shave. Yeah, obviously you can't shave. But to win, that's interesting. Is that legal?
But no, there's unfortunately too. Then you got to look at. Okay, well then maybe someone hears about that, talks to Aaron or Mike, and then like, look, I'll play. Maybe Jake hears it and says, yeah, I'll give you my chin. Here we go. Knock me out. And then we split the money. I don't think there's any way to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Well, Eric and John both said that they would pitch in for it. So
I think a lot of people would.
We got 2 right there.
What topic? One more time. Sorry.
What's something that's a complete waste of time?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Donating to the knockout because it's already fixed.
That's valid. That's your 6 a.m. Anyway. All right. Yeah, that thunderclap. It's the morning show. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Well, good morning. It is 7:49. We're going to get right to it. Your topic of the day. What is a complete waste of time? In your opinion, what's a complete waste of time? Other than this show, clearly. There's some other things that are complete wastes of time. What about you, Hunter? What's a complete waste of time?
Oh, man, I'm trying to think. What was one that we had yesterday? I'm like, we got to save that for the show. I can't remember it.
Mine was birthday parties.
Oh, yeah.
Now, more specifically, like a 1-year-old's birthday party. Honestly, 2 up until really like 3. I really think birthday parties for children are a waste.
They're not for the children. They're for the parents. Let's be honest.
That's what I'm saying. From like 3 to maybe like 3 to 16. That's good. And then you can do 18 and then 21. And then that's okay. But then birthdays don't mean anything. But as far as parties are concerned, a 1-year-old has no idea what's going on. A 2-year-old kind of gets it. But
What's the earliest birthday you remember?
Middle school, something in middle
Right.
school. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you were like 13. Like, you
Yeah.
don't remember any, unless you got something like extremely significant, like something you wanted for years. And
Right.
oh, yeah, I got the bike when I was 7. But that's like a,
Like I
you
said,
know.
I remember my treasure hunting birthday party really stands out.
Right.
And this things, I don't remember all my birthdays either because not all of them were like that. But that one, maybe I was in, I don't know, 5th grade.
Mhm.
The first one I really remember. I don't know.
Complete waste of time.
I think so. And not that we're trying to be all fuddy-duddies curmudgeons
I mean,
about it, but like I would never ask any of my friends to come over, bring me gifts, and dote on me, and it's your day ever. Why do you got better things to do? You got better things to do.
Like, this should be a rule. Like, you got to ask the person whose birthday it is. And if they can't even talk yet because they're so young,
yeah,
not going.
Yeah.
If I say happy birthday and they're like, wow, complete waste of time. Why am I here?
That baby was super ungrateful with the happy birthday I gave him.
So I'm in the pictures later on. So they look at me there. I'm like, oh, he attended the birthday. He must be
there. That was nice of you. That was nice of you.
Yeah. You're right there on that one, man.
Yep. So
complete waste of time.
Complete waste of time.
We have yet to talk about what happened yesterday in my golf match, but that was a complete waste of time yesterday.
I'm excited to talk.
I got beat by somebody I should not have gotten beat by, and I'm gonna get taken to the coals.
You saying your golf hobby is a complete waste of time? Is that what you're saying?
Apparently, I still enjoy it, but damn it.
Well, you are. Hey, now look, we're not saying you can't enjoy it, but you can admit that it's a waste of time. How about that? There you go. I enjoy wasting my time. I really do. Really do. I guess maybe
if you really look at it,
yeah.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say a complete waste of time because I enjoy it. You get friends out there and blah blah blah. But when you're doing it like 4 times a week, I think like the second or third might be you're starting to waste time a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, why am I out here? What am I doing? Am I going to the pros? Am I making money off of this?
What is this? Huh?
Should I be doing some business deals or something that's going to actually better my life in the future rather than just
doing literally anything else with my time? What do we
continue to shank balls into the woods?
Let's go to Facebook here and say some other answers. What's a complete waste of time? Let's see. Mike had a good one. He said obsessing over what people think of you.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. That is. And that I tell you what, for all the youths out there, it takes a lot longer than it should, at least for me, to get to a point where I realize that worrying about what other people thought of me was a waste of time. It's an absolute complete waste of time.
And those people that are complaining or saying anything about you, those are the most miserable people themselves and the most vocal.
Yeah.
I've learned. It's like you can have a whole massive group of people that support you and love everything about what you do. And not one of them will say one thing. It's just because they naturally feel that you know. But the 2 people over here that don't like it, they'll let you know. Yep. That's just life in general and everything. I've learned that.
Well, how about this? There's another complete waste of time commenting negative comments or be like on social media. That's a complete waste of time. What are you doing? You're complaining to the ether.
Yeah.
You know,
I say one, and I don't even want to get into it because it's a waste of time for me anyway. And some people get pissed off at me for saying this, but I think I got a point. Talking politics with anybody. Which I don't talk. I literally just walk away. Like if you start talking about it, what has any of these conversations ended up in something that's like positive, that actually changed something, that got somewhere? Ever?
So I think there's a line with that. I get what you're saying for sure. Yeah. I think arguing over politics is how I would word that. Talking politics is good. We have to have that political conversation on a large scale of things, because then otherwise we just end up having a king and queen and just
usually ends up in a political argument. Really,
I think arguing about politics is how I would word that. I agree with you. I really do. but I would word it as arguing, sitting there,
Right.
two people yelling at each other. That is a waste of time. That is a waste of time. But having a political conversation, especially on a larger scale,
Right.
I mean, especially with us, that's democracy.
That's
Democracy
very rare too. Let's be honest.
It is. Well, of course.
It's rare.
Of course. I mean, and that's
Even
how
with within the presidents themselves, they can't even have a conversation. They're over there just screaming at one another. I don't know. To me, it's just
politics has become a lot of empty words. It has. It's just been a lot of people just saying things. So I don't think you're wrong in that. I would just word it as arguing about politics. We're defeating the purpose of that.
the day when that lady came up, she's like, "What are you, a Republican or Democrat?" And I just
been like, "What?" It's right there.
SpongeBob meme where he's like, "I'm out."
Yeah. Well, I'm out of here. But exactly. Like if you're doing that, like what's a complete waste of time? That guy downtown, that rides his bike with his political flags up, blast.
Honestly,
what are you doing? And I'm saying on both ends of the spectrum. So I agree with you.
I don't care what's on the flag at all. I'm just saying, like, damn, dude, you have a lot of time that you're wasting. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't think that way though. Maybe he thinks every time he drives by somebody,
that's
changes
unfortunate.
their opinion.
He's an older guy. He is wasting the short time he has left on this earth doing that. So yeah, I would agree with you on that. I in that realm of things for sure. Yeah. Jake had a good one, and I love this. And my wife Kiki would be super upset about this one, but I agree 100%. Complete waste of time making the bed in the morning. Absolutely. I'm just gonna mess it up again. I mean,
you know what?
She's folding this over. She's rearranging the pillows. Ugh, what a waste of time.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that one. So hear me out though. We had just gotten a new mattress. And like when you get something new, you're motivated around it. Oh, we're going to keep this nice. It's new. Let's keep it. So there was like a month, 2, 3, maybe 3 months to where we're making the bed every single day and not like cornering it. We're just basically doing this, and making it straight on top. And I will say it is nice going into it like a clean, fresh bed. It's like you feel like you're at a hotel or something, but it doesn't last. If you went up to my bedroom right now, the bed would not be made.
No.
Mine
would be because Kiki makes it every morning.
Does it?
Yeah, she does it every morning. That's like her thing. That's how she starts her day. She makes the bed.
You're not wrong. Waste of time.
Yeah. Actually, I heard it's not good for it because it allows bacteria to grow. So I'm actually cleaner than everyone else by leaving my bed unmade.
I don't know if that's
it does the heat from and then all that bacteria from your body. It's just sitting there growing underneath there. At least that's what I tell myself. It's like, oh no, it's gross.
I feel like that's somebody who doesn't want to make the bed and just.
Oh no! I read it one time. There was a MythBusters episode on it right there.
What do you throw your comforter on the floor?
I hang it from on the rafters. Let's see. Jordan said TPS reports. That's funny.
That's funny. Complete waste of time.
I tell you what. No, let's add on to that.
Work cover sheets on the TPS report.
Cover sheets. Yeah, you didn't get the memo on that? No, but to add on to that, in all seriousness, how about meetings that could have been emails? Complete waste of time. Complete waste of time. That's me. That's big. That's big.
It's like I'm not saying all meetings.
Yeah,
but majority.
I'm going to say 95%.
95%. Wow, that's pretty high.
Actually, I might even bump that number up because most times in meetings, right? We're like,
do you agree with me on this? That there's times in the meetings that the people that are putting on the meeting would agree. I've been in a meeting where I'm like, I can see it in their face that they're like, this is a complete waste of time. What are we doing here? But you just have to have the meeting. We got to have it. Even if we're not going anywhere with it. Like there's sometimes where I'm like the head guy even is like,
we haven't had a meeting in a while, but I think we need to. Is that just we need to do it?
Because we've done it at this time in the past every single month. Like we got to do it.
I feel like it's been a little bit. Maybe we should just do it just in case. Let's just do a just in case meeting and then we'll be all set.
Sometimes don't you feel like if you asked them like, right before this meeting, did you remember you had a meeting? You're like, oh God, I got to come up with some stuff to talk about. Like you know what I'm saying?
Were you prepared for this meeting or not? Were you like, oh, wait, hold on. Possibly. I'm not going to ask that to my boss.
I'm not going to do that either. But there's sometimes where I'm like, I think they just came up with some stuff to talk about to
feel like they're
fill
just
the meeting up.
they're just as confused as we are in this meeting.
You
Right
know?
now. Possibly. Oh man. Let's see. There's some other ones. Taxes. Scott said taxes. The way look, I get, like, it would make sense to me, right? If I could see maybe like a breakdown, if you could itemize,
You need
right?
an app to where, like, it directly shows you, like, hey, this amount of money went into that road that just got built over here, and this one over here. Like, show me your work.
Yeah.
I had to show you work in school when I had to do math. Show me the work.
Right.
Where's it going? Because I feel like there's a dude back there or a group of people that are like, one for you, one for me, one for you. I feel like they're pocketing it. We're spending it on things that
it's
probably shouldn't, be spending it on.
1 for you, 10 for me. 1 for you, 10 for me. Right. He said, I get it. Like, hey, I'll help out. I'll chip into the community, but I don't
Show me where it's going.
I'm wasting a little bit of time here.
I like that one.
You know what? I just thought of one because I saw Steve's. He said women's basketball. I'm not agreeing with that one. Steve. But hey, like we talked about in sports, complete waste of time. Ties in sports, complete waste of time.
Nice one.
We just wasted 4 hours of everyone's time.
That is a complete waste of time.
Complete waste of time.
And if I were a player or a coach or anybody involved, I would mention that.
Yep.
I would make that apparent. Thanks, whoever came up with the tie rule, because all of this was a complete waste of time.
Actually, you know what, though? Players at least they're getting paid. To think about us fans who had to pay to see the waste of time.
Give me my money back.
Give me my money back.
Demand it. Let's start doing that as fans.
Yeah.
I went there. I had to pay for gas. We grilled out for 4 hours before this.
Yeah.
I'm completely wasted because this has been like a 9-hour ordeal.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. I'm turning in my receipts at the end of that game if it's a tie.
Give me my money back.
That's actually, you know what? If it ever happens, I'm going to write the front office.
Give me my money back.
The Green Bay. If it ever happens, I'm writing back. I would like to have my my money back refunded.
I think if you start getting this ball rolling, as people start thinking about it, like, dude, you're right. I was cheated.
Yeah. I just paid to see inconclusive results. Unbelievable.
Good analogy. You go to a movie, like a really good movie, right? In like the last 10 minutes, the guy up in the projection room.
Right there. Sorry.
No ending.
No ending.
We're done. We're closed. See you. I want my money back.
It's like going to a happy ending massage and you get right there and then it's all done. What?
I'm done. Wait.
Hold on.
We had an agreement that
you were going to finish.
This is what I'm here for. An ending.
What the hell? And everyone's
good one. That might be the best one this morning. I think
that's the best one. Biggest waste of time. All right. I like it. All right. That's all I got. Thanks, everyone, for the comments. We appreciate it. We're going to take a break. More to come. It's Brock and Hunter in the Play Every Morning. All right. Well, hey, thanks, everyone, for joining us. Appreciate it. We're going to get out of here. We got to kind of boogie. We got some things we got to take care of. But, stick around, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, all right?